Hello friends, welcome back to this video for CSV file project handling for class 12th, part 5. In my previous videos, part 1 to 4, we have already discussed how to add a record, display, search and delete a record use in Python using CSV files. For these previous methods, please watch my previous videos. Today in this video, we are going to talk about how we can update a record in a CSV file using Python programming. Let us suppose, as discussed in my previous videos, I'm using the same project icecream.csv file. That is my original file which is having some records, and I want to update a particular specific record. So for that, first of all, I need to have two files. One file will be my original file, that is my icecream.csv file where my all the records are there, and I want to update a particular record in this file. Another file will be created, that will be a temporary file which is at present a empty blank file. Now I will open the original file which is having my records, in which I have to update a record in the in a read mode. So my original file I will open in the read mode, and the temporary file which is blank, which will be opened in the write mode. The same procedure as we followed for deleting a particular record in a CSV file using Python. Now, once I have opened the icecream.csv file, what I will do, let us suppose record number 4 has to be updated. I want to change the values which are stored in record number 4. So, how will I proceed? I will read all the records one by one till I reach the record which is to be updated. I will make the changes, and then I will read the remaining file also till the end. So, for example, record number 1, 2 and 3 are not the records which are to be updated. So, I will read them, but they are not matching with the criteria, so they will be written onto the temporary file. But when record number 4, which has to be updated, and I'm able to locate this record which is to be updated, I will write down my new record instead of record number 4. For example, read these records one by one, and keep searching for the record which you want to update. And if the record is not matching with the criteria which is to be updated, then write it in the temporary file. So because record number 1 is not matching, so I will write it down in the temporary file, reading from icecream.csv and writing onto the temporary.csv. Then record number 2, reading from icecream.csv and written on record temp.csv. Similarly, record number 3. Now, record number 4 is a particular record which has to be updated. Now, I have read this record and I found that this record has to be updated. Now, instead of writing this record, I will add a new record which I have accepted from the user with the new values for record number 4. So, I will write down the record number 4 and I will ignore the record which I have read from icecream.csv. After this, my job is not done. If there are some pending records after that, I have to read my original file till the end. So record number 5, 6, 7, other records, whatever are there, they have to be written as it is into the temporary file till the end. Once I have transferred all the records, including the new record, my job is done. Now I will delete this original file permanently, as we have done in the delete method. Similarly, in the update method also, we will delete this file permanently, and obviously we will rename this file now as icecream.csv. Now after renaming, my file will become icecream.csv. Now all the records are the same, but yes, this record number 4 is a new record or the updated record now. This is just the logic representation of how we can update a record. Now let us come back to the code, how we are going to write onto the Python program for doing these updations. In my previous videos, I have already explained you the code for deleting a record, searching a record, and traversal, adding a record. In this particular video, we are talking about how to modify a record. As I have just shown you that we need to open two files. Uh, one is my original file, that is ice cream.csv. I'm opening this file in the read mode, and I have created an object over here by the name csvr, which means that this file is being opened in the read mode, and csvw object I'm using for writing onto the temporary file. Please note here that I'm using this temporary file and I'm opening it in a write mode and not in an append mode, because every time I'm updating a record, I want a temporary file to be newly created, and the previous records must not be there. It should be writing onto the file from the very beginning. So opening modes should be reading for the original file and writing for the temporary file. Once both my objects are created, both my file are open, I will use these two objects for handling the reader and writer method for these two files. Now, as per my logic, I have to keep searching for the record one by one. Before that, I have to ask the user what is the criteria for searching the record for selection which you want to modify. In my this particular project, I'm asking the user to enter the ice cream code which you want to modify. Depending upon your project, you can take any criteria for searching a record, on the basis of which you have to find out a selected record and you have to update the new values. So once I have accepted the value from the user to enter the I code, I have opened my, both the files are ready now. Now with the help of loop, I will be reading all the records one by one. I'm saying if R0 is equal to C. R0, now what is R0? R0, row 0, sorry, row 0 is my first column in my CSV file, which is holding the I code of the ice cream. The row 1, that is the second column, is holding the ice cream name, and row 2 is holding the ice cream price. That is already explained in my previous videos. So now in row 0, my ice cream code is written. So I am, because when I say row, for row in OBJR, it will fetch my first record, my first tuple in my CSV file, my first record in my CSV file, in which my first value is my ice cream code. So if my row 0 is equal to C, that means the value which has been entered by the user, that means I have found the record. So I said found is equal to 1. Now I'm accepting the values. I am first displaying the record. I am displaying the record here, which I have found as matching as per the criteria as asked by the user. So if the record is matching, I am displaying it. Now for displaying purpose, I have already explained this pattern. Because my row 0 is an ice cream code, which is a string, so I have used %s. For row 1, again it's an ice cream flavor name, which is again a string, so I have written s again. And for the second index, that means the third column, row 2. Row 2 is holding the price, which is a numeric value or an integer value. That is why I have used %d for formatting. So I am formatting my display over here. The record which is being read in row, so row 0, row 1, row 2, it will basically display me the ice cream code, name and price, and this is just the heading. So after displaying the record, I'm asking the user, are you sure you want to update? If the answer says no, if the answer says no, that means I am writing on the direct object which is there with me onto the file. यानी जो रो मैंने read करी है वो मैंने directly अपनी file के ऊपर लिख दी. But else, if the user is saying yes, I want to update the record. If the user wants to update the record, I'm asking the user to enter the new name for the ice cream. Maybe I'm trying to change the flavor name, or maybe I'm trying to change the price. So I'm asking the user to enter the name and price again, and I am storing it into the row which I have read just now. Row मेरा क्या है? एक list है. In the list, I am reading these two values again. So I have taken row as a list which has read this record, and in this particular record, I am accepting the new values from the user. So I've accepted the new name, new flavor, and I've accepted the new price. And because the user has said yes, now I will write down this object onto the file. Now because objw is dealing with which file? Objw is CSVW, that is the temporary file. So I am writing the record onto the temporary file. This is the case when the record is found. If the record is found, I ask the user whether you want to update or not. If you want to update, then accept the values and write down the record onto the temporary file. If you do not want to update, then do not accept the new values from the user, but yes, directly write down the record onto the new file. But the other option is, what if the record which has been read is not the record to be updated? Then I will directly write down the रिकॉर्ड रेड ऑन टू दी टेम्परेरी फाइल, यानी जो रिकॉर्ड मैंने यहाँ रीड किया उसको डायरेक्टली यू विल राइट ऑन टू योर टेम्परेरी फाइल. सो दिस एल्स पार्ट इज handling those records which are not meeting with the criteria. That means my record number 1, 2 and 3 as per my Google slide. तो वो जो तीन मेरे रिकॉर्ड्स हैं जो मैच नहीं हुए, वो मैंने यहाँ पर डायरेक्टली टेम्परेरी फाइल में लिख दिया, and thus my complete file from beginning till the end has been transferred. Now my job is not over. I have entered the data into my temporary file, but yes, now my other job is to delete my original file and rename my temporary file with the original name. So for that, first of all, so I'm making sure कि if the record which I'm looking for is not in the file, then I have to do this exception this handling. Sorry, not exception handling. This case I have to handle if found is equal to 0. That means if the record which I wanted to search for modifying is not there in the file, it should display me a message that no such record found. After that, I'm closing my file. I'm closing my both the files, read and writer objects. I'm deleting both the objects. I'm closing both the files. After this, I am using two methods which are defined in the OS library. I have told you earlier also that on the beginning, on the top, I have imported this library OS, and with the help of this OS library, I will be deleting basically the original file and then renaming the temporary file with a new name. So once my files are closed, now with this command os.remove, I am deleting the original file icecream.csv, and after that I am renaming my temporary file to icecream.csv. So temp.csv is the old name and icecream.csv is the new name. So os.rename old name comma new name. So whatever is the old name of the file, it will be given a new name. After that, my job is over, my records are done. So let us run this program and see how it works. So let us see the output. Login as an administrator. So choice is 1. I want to modify the record. So I will enter the choices 2. It is asking me modifying a record. Enter the ice cream code to be modified. Let us suppose first of all we try a ice cream code which is invalid, for which we have already covered the test case. So because 0 is no such ice cream code present in my file, so it is handling my this option very efficiently. Now let us see if I display all the records. I have all these valid I codes. I010 is not there. So if let us suppose I want to modify the record with the ice cream code as I002. So I said go to the option 2 again, and I said I002. Now before updating, it is displaying me the records and it is asking, are you sure you want to update? I said no, I do not want to update. I entered it by mistake, so I said no. Press any continue option to continue. So I tested again whether my data is intact or not. You can see here that my data is still here. Now if I want to update the record, and if I say yes, I want to update it, it will ask me to enter the new values. It is asking me to change. If I want to change my name or of the flavor, I can change here, but I don't want to change the name over here. But yes, I want to change the price, so I'm entering a new price over here, and the moment I press enter, now my this data is automatically updated because it has been overwritten by the new value. Now if I press continue, I want to see whether my effect has been implemented in my new file or not. So for that, I can display my records again to see. Now you can see here that this ice cream flavor, the new price has been updated here. So that is how we can implement these modification of a particular record in a CSV file using our Python as a front end code. So this is all about this part in video in this part 5, where we learned how we can modify a particular record. In my last video I will be talking about data visualization and the reports, where we can use different graphs for displaying our outputs in our projects for our CSV files to be submitted in CPSC. Thanks for watching. Please watch part 6 for further videos.